So this movie has been making the rounds on Twitter and stuff, and they're talking about this scene where the black people are in bed and talking about how they hate white people or something. So I tried to get through this today, and I barely did it. This is one of the most god awful, racist piece of shit movies that I have ever seen in my entire life, man. I mean, it is just, it is nothing but woke stereotypes and just stereotypes of black people and stereotypes of black people. And it's just, it's almost like a South Park episode. It's just hard to believe that this thing is an actual movie. It is just so fucking god awful stupid. It's hardcore racist. I can't believe that Julia Roberts is in this on top of it. And she is just horrendous on this. Her character is just this. Oh, look at this face she makes on here. That really says it all. That face says it all, man. The whole movie, she's just this self-absorbed narcissist, um, unaware of reality, or just totally. So at the beginning, there's spoilers on here, but I can't in good faith tell a single person to watch this movie. It is fucking garbage. The best way I can describe this movie is the movie called The Happening with Mark Wahlberg. You know that movie, The Happening, where it's Mark Wahlberg and that I forget what her name is, that piece of ass from the New Girl show, and they're running around, and it's supposed to be that nature is mad at people because of global warming or some nonsense. Well, this is basically the same movie except with woke slash racist people and a fake cyber attack. So at the beginning, Julia Roberts and her cuck here, this guy behind her that's crying, was just a. Ethan Hawke is just so pathetic on this. He's just this total cuck loser, man. So Julia Roberts at the beginning is telling her cuck husband here that, oh, we're gonna go and stay at this Airbnb thing and all this, and he's like, well, you didn't tell me that. She's like, well, I'm telling you now, and we're gonna go do this. So get your cuck ass on the road, and we're gonna be doing this now. And he's just like, okay, he starts packing the bags. I mean, he's just totally cucked on here, man. It's like she just fucking has his balls in a jar in this movie. He's just nothing but a useless cuck. So she's explaining to him about why they're going to go. I don't know where this is they go to. It's somewhere in the Hamptons or some hoity-toity, like, high-end place like where governors live or somewhere. Some Airbnb thing they're going to. So she's explaining to him about how she hates people and she can't stand people and she needs to get away from people and she hates everybody, and she's just like, oh, I'm this super awesome person and I'm sick of everybody because I'm so smart and they're so dumb and all of this, and it's just this narcissist Karen bit. That's all she is on here. It's just this narcissist Karen. So they go to the Airbnb thing. And the whole time, let's see if they show it on here. Well, those are the idiots that come later. I want to see her idiot kids on here. They show it. Well, they're kids. Okay, well, there's the son. Want to find the daughter on here. Okay, this daughter. So, this is another thing. The daughter here, her whole point in the movie is that she can't see the Friends finale on Netflix or whatever, and I'm just laughing, thinking about if Risey saw this, how much he would be laughing at her about how glad he is the apocalypse happened, that this stupid girl can't watch Friends. That's all I was laughing thinking about that, because her whole thing is like, I can't watch Friends, the internet's down, and so while they're at the Airbnb, they notice everything starts like getting shut off. The internet's gone down. Somehow they still have power in their house when there's a blackout. Explain that to me, unless they've got solar power in that house, which I'm assuming is what's going on there. So this blackout happens, and they're like, "What the fuck's going on here?" You know. And then I want to start. I want to start these pictures over here so we can. Yeah. Because I want to show, I want to talk about these two. Okay, so these two show up at their Airbnb, and then this guy is like, "Hi, I'm the guy who rented you this Airbnb and all of this, and we'd like to know if we could stay here." This is when they come over, and she's Julia Roberts. Julia Roberts and this idiot are like butting heads. It's like dueling Karens. So him and this cuck are fine, because this guy's a cuck to anybody. So he's like, "Oh, since we own this, we would like to stay here because something's going on. Everything's down. The TV's down, the internet's down, the power's down, and we wanted to come somewhere safe." And then Julia Roberts, without saying it, is basically like, "Oh, well, you can't stay here because you're black. We don't know you. We don't want black people here. We're trying to get away from people because I hate everybody, and I hate black people too, and I hate you, but I'm not going to say it without saying it," and all this. And then the daughter's like, "Oh, well, you don't want us here because we're black," and she's throwing it in her face and saying it while not saying it. And the whole thing is basically this daughter and her are like just fighting the whole time they're in there. And then this idiot is telling him later on that this cuck is trying to get with her, and that his son wants to rape her, and all of this crazy bullshit. And she just hates white people from the get-go on top of it. So once they get in their house and offer them a refund for the Airbnb, and they let them stay there and all this, um, she's just trying to convince him of all of these like Antifa and BLM talking points, and just all of this. It's just all of this woke nonsense. That's all it is. It's just white people are bad, and they're doing all of this stuff to me, and I went to college, and I know how white people think, and they're gonna kill us, and all of this bullshit. So it's going on a couple of days now, and the internet's not coming up, and everything's still down. And then somehow they get a phone alert or something, and the TV comes on for like 5 minutes, and they're trying to see what's going on, and they're saying, "Oh, it's this cyber attack. A cyber attack's going on, and we're under attack, and all this stuff, and you should shelter in place, and all of this stuff, and we're under attack." So they're like freaking out. So the cuck here, he goes for some reason out driving around trying to see what's going on, and he runs into some Mexican lady, and he pulls over because she thinks she's having like some emergency, and she's screaming at him in Spanish something, and you don't know what the hell she's saying. You have no idea what she's saying. She's just like screaming, and they don't put subtitles or dub it or anything, so you have no idea what she's saying to him, unless you know Spanish, I guess. If you know Spanish, you know what she's saying, but you just have absolutely no idea. So the cuck just drives off and is looking at her in the rear view like, what the fuck? So this scene happens at the beginning too. So before everything goes to hell, like when they first get at the Airbnb, they go to the beach, and I guess this is like when the cyber attack started. And this ship, it can't steer or anything. it just crashes into the beach. I don't know why they have this. It's just a pointless scene. It's just stupid. I don't know what the point of that was. Like, ooh, a ship crash, woohoo. So then he goes out. He goes down to the black guy here. He goes down to the beach because he's tired of his daughter's BLM horseshit propaganda crap. And he goes down to the beach, and there's like all these dead bodies and a plane crash down there. And this part wasn't bad. This was probably the only thing I actually liked in this movie. And he looks up, and you can see this plane, and it's coming straight down where the other plane crashed. So I don't know if the navigation screwed up or what happened, but for some reason, a lot of planes keep crashing at this one point. So he's running for his life, and you see the plane crash, man. And I don't know how this guy made it, man. Like, he made it to some mansion, and this is the part I don't get. So he gets in this mansion, and you can see the plane debris and the wings and stuff flying at the house. And he gets behind the door, and he just stands behind the door, and the wing and everything flies through the house, but it only goes through the window, and he's left standing there with the door. And I'm like, this is just total bullshit. This guy would have died. The door would have collapsed. The whole wall would have collapsed on him. He just would have died. So he magically survives. And then he comes back, and he's telling Julia Roberts, who's just this obnoxious idiot Karen, about what happened. And he tells his BLM daughter, go in the basement and make me a sweater or something. I forget what he said to her. He just tells her to fuck off, basically. And then he's telling Julia Roberts about planes are crashing and all of this stuff, and Julia Roberts like freaking out. Just Julia Roberts sucks in this movie. I cannot believe Julia Roberts was in this pile of garbage. I really can't, man. I mean, she's held up decently. I gotta tell her, she still looks pretty good, but it's just a garbage movie. This whole movie is nothing but, white people are evil, and this guy's a cuck, and she's a Karen, and she thinks she's this genius when she's just a racist idiot. And this dude is probably the only sane person in the whole movie. Is this guy right here. This guy's like the only rational person, man. He's calm and trying to keep everybody calm, and he saves this guy's kid and stuff. This guy's the only like decent rational person in this thing. These two are idiots, and like I said, she's a bigger idiot. So the rest of the movie is just basically these things that make no sense. Like, these animals keep coming to them in the hundreds, and they don't understand why are these animals coming here. And then the cuck tries to go out. This is the same time he sees this Mexican lady screaming. There's a drone flying, and he thinks it's gonna like kill him. So he's driving this Jeep like 1,000 miles an hour. He's really trying to like save his ass because it's dropping these red things. And I thought it was gas or something at first, but then it got stuck on his window, and it's some propaganda letter. And he looks at the letter, and it's like in Arabic or something. He doesn't know what it means. So he brings it back home, and he shows it. And they're all looking at this, and they're like, well, what does this mean? Here's the kid. He found that. So this kid has played some game where he can read the Arabic thing, and he goes, oh, I've seen this in a game, and this means death to America. I know what this thing means on the front. So now we're thinking, okay, the terrorists have gotten America and somehow are using our drones and dispersing propaganda pamphlets to us, or it's the U.S. doing it to make us think that it's terrorists doing this. And this is a good scene. I like this character. Kevin Bacon was really good in this. So Kevin Bacon plays like the rational person in here, and they're trying. I know what they were doing. They were trying to make it like this guy was like this militia guy or some bullshit. So at the beginning, Julia Roberts goes to this store, and she sees this guy stockpiling all of this water. So she's like, what's with this guy? What's going on? So later on, when shit goes down, she thinks about this guy, and then the black guy's like, oh, I know that guy. He lives nearby. And then their kid, he starts getting like toothaches or something, and his teeth start falling out, and he's getting headaches, and they're thinking they're getting radiation. Yeah, this is when his teeth start falling out. And Julia Roberts is like, oh, it's a chemical attack or some bullshit, and we don't know what's going on. And there's just so much stupid crap in this movie. So, anyways, the black guy goes to Kevin Bacon's house because he knows this guy's like this survivalist prepper guy, and he's like, can you help this kid? He needs something like antibiotics or something. And Kevin Bacon is like on his porch with a shotgun. He's like, you better get out of here. I'm going to kill you and all this. And yeah, this is the scene with Kevin Bacon on his porch, and he's telling him, you stupid fox, I told you it's the Koreans or the Chinese are after us. What do you think was going to happen? We kept fucking with everybody. Now they're ganging up on us and all this. And then the black guy's like, I don't know what's going on. I'm just trying to help this guy's kid. And then the cuck offers Kevin Bacon $1,000 if he'll give the kid some antibiotics. So he gives the kid some antibiotics. And he gives Kevin Bacon $1,000. And then Kevin Bacon is just like warning them. He's like, if you come back here again, I'm going to have to shoot you and all this bullshit. And I told you to prepare for the end. And he's like, if I were you, I'd go to this guy over here. And he's talking about some rich billionaire who built a bunker or something. There's a lot of meaningless, stupid fluff in this movie, man. It's just stupid bullshit. So, anyways, what ends up happening at the end is Julia Roberts and that black girl make peace because they're scared of reindeer for some reason. It's fucking stupid. And then they hear an explosion, and then they're trying to look around, and they see New York, and you see this like huge explosion. I'm not sure if that was a nuclear blast. I don't think that was a nuclear blast, but something exploded there. Some type of big explosion, and then another explosion happens. And then this daughter here, who runs off, and Julia Roberts and the black girl, they're like, oh, we got to find the daughter and all this. And the black girl's like, fine, I hate you, you white honky, but we'll go find your stupid daughter. So they go looking for the daughter. They don't find her. They just see New York is blowing up. And then the daughter, I guess she went to like, I don't know whose house this was. Some CIA person or somebody in the government, this mansion. She breaks into this mansion. And the noise is coming from there, the alert thing. So she follows the noise and she goes down and finds this basement. And it was like a fallout bunker for like a VIP person, like a congressman or something. And there's all of this stuff down there, like showing what's going on. And somebody's talking on there going, rogue forces are attacking America and we don't know what's going on. And the cyber attack was just the beginning, and our satellites are down, and blah, blah, blah. And then this girl looks over to the side and sees there's a DVD collection there. And she sees Friends. And she goes and puts Friends on and is happy that she can watch the finale, because that was her whole entire point in the fucking movie, was to watch Friends. I'm not kidding you. This was her entire point in the movie, was to watch Friends. We don't know if this kid died or what. This fucking loser, we don't know what happened with him. Julia Roberts is just in the trees with that black girl watching New York being blown up, and that's the end of this movie. Oh, and then the other thing, too, which I don't understand, was I don't know if an EMP bomb went off or some type of, or if hackers were doing this, but they're driving here trying to get away at this one point, and all these Teslas, there's like miles of Teslas crashing. And then the Tesla cars start coming at them, and they're trying to like get off the road. This is the other stupid thing. Why she stayed on the road and was going in and out of them. All she had to do was get off the side of the road and drive along the side of the road. But no, she's going to take them head on and weave in and out as hackers or somebody is directing these cars to try to kill them. So that freaks them out, and they come back home, and then that's when the daughter runs off. It's just stupid. The whole thing is just nothing but woke garbage. Julia Roberts is horrendous in this. She just sucks. This guy's a total fucking useless cuck. And this guy's the only rational person worth a damn in the whole movie. And his daughter is just a useless idiot. Man, this movie is just nothing but woke. Yeah, this is the scene where the hackers or whoever is making all these Teslas crash. I don't even know what the point of that was. Just stupid. Absolutely stupid. One of the worst movies. And Obama apparently made this or directed it or what. I was involved in this or something. But what a pile of shit. My God. And people are talking about that scene where him and the daughter are laying in bed and the daughter's lecturing him about, yeah, this part where they're sitting there and later on they're lying in this bed and she's lecturing him about, you know, white people are evil and they're going to kill us and all this. Like this poor soul, man. This guy should be ashamed of this daughter, man. She's just a useless fucking idiot. It's all she does the whole movie. BLM and Antifa talking about all the white people are bad. We're going to hate white people. They're trying to get us. They're going to rape me. They're doing this to me. Blah, 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 fucking blah. All the white people are evil. They're out to get me. I'm just like, nobody notices this. If I was that kid, the guy or the dad, even the cuck, I'd be like, what the hell is wrong with you? Nobody's doing anything to you. You know, they let them in there. And her whole thing was like, well, it's our house. And he's like, yeah, but they paid us to stay here. And she's like, oh, but it's our house. Like, she doesn't understand. Like, this guy, I can't believe that this is his daughter, man. This guy should be so ashamed of this idiot. She's just a total fucking idiot. But, overall, hands down, this is like the worst movie I've ever seen. And then at the end, too, you still don't know who was attacking. It came off to me like they were trying to say it was America doing it or our government. And they were trying to blame Iran and North Korea because Kevin Bacon, when the black guy showed him the pamphlets, and he goes, do you read Arabic? Do you know what this says? And he's like, well, this is interesting because before shit went down, apparently in San Diego, here I'm at, drones were flying around with North Korean pamphlets, and they were saying the same thing too, death to America as well. So he goes, it's either a joint attack or a CIA coup or something. So that was the worst point of this movie, is you don't know who was doing what. But you're led to believe that how the ending was. It was us doing this, trying to incite a civil war or what, I don't know. It made zero sense. And all this movie really is The Happening 2. That's all this is. It's that Happening movie, except nature isn't trying to kill us. It's either our government or somebody else trying to do it. And a bunch of woke snobs with a stupid idiot daughter. Man, this is just one of the worst movies. I can't think of something I've seen worse than this. This also feels like a sequel to that movie with Dave Bautista, where he thinks God is telling them to go kill this gay couple or something. I forget what that movie was called, but it feels like that movie. So I would say it's that movie and The Happening put together with woke idiots in an apocalypse, and a Karen, a cuck, and a BLM idiot, and a rational black man. That's what we have in this movie. I just can't believe that's Julia Roberts. She should be really ashamed of this movie. She was just the worst in this. She was fucking horrendous, man. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.